Hello everyone, and welcome to RNG University. On tonight's episode, we're revisiting Izzet Powerstone. After watching the last time I played this, I feel a little bit sort of bad about the bad ways I played it, and I've noticed something about this deck that is actually insane. So, Simulacrum Synthesizer, we all know how good this card is, right? It gets a lot of, juice out of you playing artifacts. And we also get a lot of juice from the fact that Scatterbeam Battalion comes in as 3 creatures, so that we get 3 triggers on the Simulacrum Synthesizer. What I did not notice are some hidden cards that a lot of people a lot of people have been using, but not to the best advantage. 1, 3 steps ahead. +3 for the spree, create a token. We token Simulacrum Synthesizer, and boom, we're hitting them for a buttload because this is an instant speed card. We can create a synthesizer at the end of our opponent's turn, and now we have 2 on board. On our turn, we play a Duran Spider or something, and both our synthesizers will trigger, and now we will have like a 12-12 on board, or 2 12-12 on board that are instant, that already have haste, like an attack. That's insane. Or we can just play a Skitterbeam, and we have 2 Simulacrum Synthesizers to trigger. That triggers 6 times. That insanely good. Also, there's a card that a lot of people are not running for some reason, the Michelson Garden. This card pays X. Michelson Garden becomes a copy of target non-token artifact we control with mana value X. We can copy the synthesizer. And also instant speed. It just costs 4 mana. 3 mana for X plus tapping the garden itself. Hey, that's also pretty broken in my opinion. Now, with all that, that's a lot of mana, and we don't really get to trigger it that early. So the idea that I'm going to have with this deck, in order to try to trigger it earlier or have some early game tempo, so that we don't just get blowed out all the time, is I cut Brotherhood's End. I don't like that card as much in this deck. I want to have Hornstone Seeker. So this card comes into play with a Power Stone. Then we have Enthusiastic Mechanaut, which is not a Power Stone, but makes our artifact spell cost 1 less. So basically we got 2 4-offs. How many is this? 2 4-offs is 8 cards. I know how to do math, right? 8 cards that ramp us into turn 3, and then on turn 3 we can Synthesizer, and kill our opponent. So yeah, this deck, basically you mulligan into Synthesizer and you win game. Really, really insane deck. I cannot stress how insane this deck is. So let's talk about the curve, right? This is not a 3-drop, this is more of a 4, not a 1-drop, this is a 4-drop. So in the early game, turn 1, we're gonna have a tap land, that's fine. Turn 2, we're gonna have Hornstone Seeker, Enthusiastic Mechanaut, or if we have nothing else, we get Energy Refractor to just draw a card, just to cycle, but we got 10 2-drops. And then turn 3, we got 2 Cryptic Coat, 2 Stern Lessons, 4 Duran Spiders. Those are the cards that we don't want to play turn 3 unless we have to. What we want to play on turn 3, Simulacrum Synthesizer. We want to get this off. And there are fringe scenarios where you can Enthusiastic Mechanaut, or maybe you Hornstone Seeker in turn 2, Enthusiastic Mechanaut turn 3, and now we have an untapped land and an untapped Power Stone. We can use that to play another Synthesizer. So we can actually, turn 3, use 4 mana. It's pretty good. And then turn 4, we want to 3 steps ahead to copy a Simulacrum Synthesizer. But we can also hold up 3 steps ahead as just a counter spell. It's also that card. It's also that good of a card, right? You can counter, you can copy. So that's what we want to do turn 4. Turn 5, well, of course, you can't both copy and counter, but it's, you get both modes. You get either modes. Turn 5, we can get, both modes of counter and draw cards. Or if we somehow ramped a little bit, we might be able to get to counter and create a token. That's sick, right? But, turn 6, we can do that as well. So what are we doing on turn 5? Milestone, Weakstone. There's 4 of that in the deck. We've got a bunch of Power Stones. We can actually crank this out. So now we can -5 to like a Shield Drip, or we can draw 2 cards. And drawing 2 cards is very useful for this deck, obviously, and trigger the Simulacrum Synthesizer. Not only that, Milestone, Weakstone also feeds into the Energy Refractor. That's why I teched it into this deck. Energy Refractor allows us to turn the 2 Milestone, Weakstone mana into a mana of any color we can use for like 3 steps ahead or casting a Stern Lesson. Pretty useful. Right. In addition, I'm dying. In addition to that, turn 5, I have Skitterbeam Battalion as 5 mana 2/2 that triggers synthesizers 3 times. Each synthesizer 3 times. That's also a turn 5 play. You almost never try to use the 9 mana one because we don't care about the 4/4 hasters. We care about triggering the Simulacrum Synthesizer. So we want to get it off as quickly as we can. Then we have Cityscape Leveler. I cut so many. There's only 2 Cityscape Leveler left in the deck, but it's still pretty good. Comes into play, or when you cast it, you get to pop something. When you unearth it or attack with it, you also get to pop something. That's just continuously destruction. So yeah, no more Brotherhood's End because I don't want to board wipe my own ramp. Instead, if they have a wide board, our board's wider. That's okay. And really, Brotherhood's End is not helping this deck at all. I've never had a chance to use Brotherhood's End where I didn't wish I just had a synthesizer instead, right? So this deck now curves deeply into the synthesizer combo. But we're still a pretty temple heavy deck, so 24 lands total. We're gonna have 2 islands, 2 mountains, 1 Ottawara, 1 Solkazin, 4 Shivan Reef, 4 Spiral Bluff Canal, 4 Stormcarved Coast. I definitely want to be able to get my lands to play mana, to pay for mana the turn that it comes in. I don't want them tapped, right? So ping myself, early game, slow, late game. So that's kind of the idea. 2 Demolition Fields. I cut the Field of Ruins down to 2, so there's only 2 field, or Demolition Field is Field of Ruin, right? So there's only 2 of that in the deck. 2 Formori Volts. Formori Volts very good, but I don't want to run more than 2 because they're colorless, and we have a lot of color mana in the early game that we want to trigger. And then I have 1 Hall of Tasigrin. Hall of Tasigrin can help us make Power Stones if we have nothing else to do. But also, don't forget, we have a lot of Power Stones triggered by this deck. We can use that Power Stone to filter so that the Hall of Tasigrin is basically 1 mana of any color. Same thing as the Mycosynth Garden. But I definitely don't want too many of this in the deck because I'm just going to have a bunch of them early game that I can't do anything with them. So that's 1 each. So that's the whole deck list. Now let's go into the games. Alright, our opponent is the DI Django. We go first, but not a good first hand, right? What does this do? To cloak a card, put it on the battlefield. Okay. Then attach coat to it. Turn it face up anytime for its mana value if it's a creature. Ooh, okay. Not what I want to see. Right? I definitely don't want the Cryptic Coat my Mycosynth Lattice away. Mycosynth Lattice. Mycosynth something. I'm gonna be enthusiastic about this. Simulacrum. It's got 2 lands. Is there a stick? No stick. No stick. No stick is good. I don't need that. Do I need a bounce? I also don't need that. It's kind of a spell though. Nah, I just need more Simulacrum Synthesizers. Do I want to get ambushed? I don't think it's going to ambush me. Not with blue-white mana. Alright, it's got 2... When it enters the battlefield, right? I definitely don't want to eat that, so... It's Cryptic Coat. Wow. What is this? Ah, I knew it! I knew it. I can't turn this face up. Cryptic Coat again. What is this? Grand Spider? Do they have it to populate? Hulking? Oh, it's the combo deck. Well, I'm sorry, man. I'm just sorry. We'll pay. That's like 40 million damage. How do you block this? You can block a 13. Goodbye. Good GG. Yeah, that happened. Alrighty, our opponent is the biggest. Begix. Sure. Opponent goes first. We get card drawn to Battalion. How good is that? Probably not very, but can I afford to toss this? Yeah, probably. Let's toss that hand. We'll keep 6. We will. Do I keep a Stern Lesson? Both of these are pretty useful, right? Let's toss the battalion. If they're aggro, I don't think I stand a chance either way. If they're not aggro, maybe. But let's see, if they have like a Leyline Binding. Oh man, turn 2 Beanstalk also hits me pretty hard. Let's be enthusiastic about this. You never know what happens. Alright, they're just gonna try to draw a card. Okay. It's gonna be pretty tricky. I have to play this. That will make my next land cost 1. Or I can Stern Lesson. Is Stern Lesson better? It kind of rams me for a turn, right? But if I play this... This is free. That will make these cost 3. My Stone Weak Stone costing 3 is pretty useful as well. Alright, let's do it. Maybe you just gotta... Huh. That's interesting. It's gonna give me an extra mana. Take action. Did I take another blue? I don't need that much red. Is it playable? Not a playable. I can change this into whatever mana I want. Hey, Bosage you a little bit earlier than I thought he would. Ill-Time Explosion. Okay, not the deck I thought it was. Sure. This is tapped, so I don't want to play that right now. Give him a Stern Lesson. Ooh, Cornucopia is real good for him. How do I stop that even? And then a Beanstalk. Oh man. Opponent doesn't miss. Ill-Time Explosion is weird in a Beanstalk deck, to be fair. But you never know what's going on in an opponent's mind. Let's discard. This is a little too late for that. Do I care about their lands? Let me draw 2. Right, I can only filter off 1, so I could turn off the Spara Headquarter here. But they would just get a swamp, right? And that actually helps him. Helps him more than it hurts him. Maybe he's trying to get domain. I mean, he has Ancient Cornucopia either way. Leyline Binding? Ah, that's good. Well, not good, but acceptable. If he wants to take on my Mind Stone and Weak Stone, because I got another one. I'm just waiting till I get the core card that I need. Not yet, I guess. Draw 2 cards. Cycles. That doesn't discard. Why did I thought it was going to discard? I have 3 steps ahead. Ill-Time Explosion. Yeah, you can draw. 4 mana to draw 2 cards. Not too shabby. It's getting a lot of life, but I just gotta watch out for like a Farewell or something. Stern Lesson. Do I want to learn that today? Do I want to learn that today? What can I play off a Stern Lesson? Not really anything. I can play the Leveler, then I lose my counterspell. Don't want to do that, right? Alright, let's play it this way. Let's play it safe. Stern Lesson can help me draw a card. I don't think he has... He might. I mean, he might just be holding on his Cavern. But Hall of Tassagrin can help me filter into the Energy Refractor, which is kind of funny. It costs 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 for 1. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. I get 4 mana if he doesn't do anything. Only 4 mana though. It's not the end of the world. He could have instant speed spells. Here's a swamp. To fairy. I can't let him to fairy, right? Definitely cannot let him to fairy. That deck. Do you have a counter spell? If that deck has a counter spell, I'm gonna be so surprised. Draw 2 and I'll discard a card. Leveler? Kinda expensive to play, but I don't want to discard it. Discard my Sokas in, I guess. Alright, how much mana do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 mana. I can make it 9 mana. Don't need 9 mana, but I could make it 9 mana. Definitely a farewell time, right? So gotta be careful with this. Simulacrum? What can I get? Can I get more simulacrums? The answer is yes. Alright, no. That would be so bad, the Cryptic Coat here. I guess I can play the Skitter Beam. I can't really counter whatever he plays next. So, Skitter Beam. How much mana do I have? This is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's only 8 mana, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 mana. So, we'll spend 5 of it doing this. Maybe he'll counter it. Lightning Helix off the 1, sure. Not sure if that's what he wants to do here. That's a lot of damage. I give him Power Stone with the Cityscape Leveler whenever. Sunfall? Sunfall's pretty scary, right? Kinda saw that coming though. I'm not really as afraid of a Sunfall as I am Farewell. As long as he doesn't Farewell, I think I'm good. What the? A portal? In a domain deck? Am I playing against some beggar? Beggars can't be choosers. Just discard a field, probably. All the other cards are so useful. Alright, let's try this again. What are some of the cards I can tuck to the top of my deck? A Coat will be pretty useful right now, right? I could definitely turn this into another synthesizer. This only looks at and get an artifact card. That doesn't get much. I can also Leveler and draw 2 cards with this. What were the 2 cards? The Vaults. Whenever it casts a spell or attacks. Alright. Kill your Leyline Binding. I get to draw 2 cards anyways. I'll keep this. Thank you very much. Draw 2. I draw, or not, I don't draw, but I get a lot more. Play the bolts, and I get in turn. Okay, nice 5/5. Probably just Sunfall me again. Make your own luck. It's a little slow for that. He's digging. He's digging. For a farewell, probably. A farewell definitely gets him somewhere. Oh, hey, it's my deck. Invasion of Archivos with the make your own luck. I like the where you're going, but I definitely don't like the ill-time explosion. I mean, it's good for the cornucopia, but terrible for the beanstalk. Leyline binding. What are you gonna bind? You have to bind the Cityscape Leveler, right? Yeah, you have to, otherwise it'll just attack and kill it. I can use the Volts. If the Sun falls here, I guess I'll use the Volts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He only has 5 mana, so he can only Sunfall here. I have so much damage on him. He can only block one of these. Maybe he'll make a bunch of creatures. Not really sure. But he's dead next turn. If he does not make a board, these are 11/11s right now. They're about to be like 4 million, 4 million. Cornucopia is good against burn, not good against this gold, tall, and wide sort of deck. I mean, Simulacrum Synthesizer is just not fair, right? It goes tall and wide. Geez, have we been here for 12 minutes? Are you... Okay. Another Cornucopia. You've got 4 mana for something. Is there a 4 mana fog? No. I get to look at the top 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 cards. Oh, look at 3 steps. That's all I wanted. All I wanted was to take some steps. I play a spider. GG. I don't know why you were still in here. If you can't take out 5 11/11s, the attack would kill you. Alright, our opponent is RTD. What does that stand for? I wonder. Is it a word that we cannot say anymore? Stormcard Coast, Shivan Reef. I need a 3rd land, but other than that, everything looks okay. But probably just get burned. Not a 3rd land, but could be a start. Could be. Now the trick is, do I Simulacrum Synthesizer? Of course I do. If I get to Synthesizer, you Synthesizer. Right? That's basically what you always have to do. Now he does want to kill this. And that means he's not doing anything else this turn. Can I draw a land? I do draw a land. And here we go. Don't want these cards. I want land number 4 and land number 5, please. Does he have removal? He's gonna have to march this. Liliana.
No more distractions. Let's make this quick. Don't overthink things.
Alright, guess I'll toss the Mice Stone, Weak Stone. That draws cards. But that's fine. If I knew I was gonna draw a land. Time to synthesize. Not lands, not lands. Let's see where he's going. Just make me discard, huh?
Drop it.
That's kind of tricky. If I draw a land, it's much better to have the Skitter Beam, right? But if I don't draw a land, it's much better as a Spider. So if I keep the Skitter Beam, what can I draw that's bad, that punishes me? That's actually a lot. Gonna let it go. Well, 3 steps ahead can copy a Simulacrum Synthesizer. Does he just let that go? Because he's going to regret it. Feels like he has a removal, right? Not an Agonjo, though. What kind of removal can he have? Wandering Emperor. Well, I can counter it. He's going to exile this. I counter it. Liliana goes down to 2. I lose my 3 steps. It makes me discard. Don't think that's that good.
Finally, I'm home. You are not much of a roadblock.
It's a very big board he's about to get, but a lot of planeswalkers too.
Consider yourself fortunate our motives lie. You will serve me well.
Scar my
You
spider.
won't be outsmarting me.
Is he gonna use his Wandering Emperor plus or minus? Aha, mistake. Alright. Has 2 attackers.
I've got new moves to teach you.
Just that. We'll copy a Simulacrum Synthesizer. We get 2 5/5s. And I don't want any of these cards. Do I want the Volt? The Volt's not that bad, right? But I don't really get to activate anything with the Volt. 2 5/5s. Let's see. I attack Liliana with both 5/5s to get it off 6. Then what? It's kind of tricky. Yeah, alright, let's hope. That is a good card. Should play it first. Both go here. Definitely not going to block. But that removes the ult. And we put on the clock.
Whatever. Luck favors the foolish after all.
I mean, I guess we'll see who's foolish here. Oh man, this Cryptic Coat is so good. He does not stand a chance anymore.
Dire times call for dire
He draws.
tactics.
I got pluses. I don't.
Remember your training.
Ashy Larry.
So much trauma from wish to shoot.
Okay. I'm not sure if you know how to play your deck, but and then he attacks. So now all his creatures are just dead. I mean, all these planeswalkers. Also, this is 9. What am I doing? Yeah, just face. It's fine. I don't think you know how math works, but goodbye. 5/9 nice. That's 45 damage by itself. All right, our opponent is the Hackashar. Hakashar, whatever. Hackashar. Go first. Enthusiastic Mechnod into a Horn Seeker. Maybe. Do we just get horny on him? Maybe we just get horny on him. Yeah. If this gets removed, it gets removed. If he kills it in response. Whoops. He just gave me like the wrong side. Bats? Alright, Bats pretty good. Probably take my Mindstone Weakstone probably. Still, that was so bad. Why would he kill it before? Okay. I don't know if our opponent knows how to play the game. I'm gonna draw a card. 3 card draw? 3 card draw is always nice. Unfortunately, it's a land. He's got another bat. No Liliana? I'm okay with Liliana.
Enough with the mysteries. We all have things we'd rather.
Sorry. What can I draw here? 3 steps. Let's draw some cards. Coat. Children.
I'm tired of your secrets.
Can I please draw a synthesizer? No. Italian. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. I could double attack, but that's probably not worth it. I can Cryptic Coat, but it won't get me much. Right? I think it won't get me much. I don't think I'll be able to get that extra land, unfortunately. If I killed this bat. Don't get to kill the bat somehow. So trade one of these. Brings it down to
Not
1.
touch me again.
Do I discard my Cryptic Coat? No, I guess I discard my 3 steps that way. Can I use the 3 steps to counter a card? We'll have to do that. Cryptic Coat may be infinite value, but it's not good enough. Oh, come on. Did he play his last card? Didn't use his Liliana. Interesting. I get to use 3 to look at the top. I'm gonna do it first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Not enough, so let's just search. There's a synthesizer. Will he double block? Single block?
Sorry, I'm not interested in dying.
If I use
today.
3, I actually don't get anywhere, right? So I gotta pass turn. Hopefully he doesn't have a discard. Oh, okay. Another Lily. Do I have 5? I don't have 5, huh? I can only do a counter spell. Down to 9, down to 7 now. Kind of a dead card. Can't do that here. I can block the Shield Drift for a turn. I need to use the Volts, right? Yo, that's not cool. I can use 3 and I'll have 1 mana left. No point. Will he not attack? That would be so wrong. Right? Can he whiff for a whole freaking turn? No. Oh, he does whiff. Alright. If he does whiff, I get a double stone, I get to kill that. I like to keep this one, please. -5 on shielded. Not sure if it matters here. Take 8. He blocks, that'll be weird. It doesn't block, makes sense. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Only 6. I would say that's a good card, right? That's what we in the industry call a good card. Alright, I have to keep those 2 power stones open. So let's synthesize. Good cards. Good cards on the top of my deck too. Can we get out of this alive? We're at 2. Almost anything kills us. Alright, GG. Go for the throw against our artifact deck. Fun. Alright, our opponent is Banton. He's Banton. We go first, double Simulacrum. Not gonna toss a hand with double Simulacrum going first. But I will need a land number 3. Maybe I'll draw it. Plains. Uh-oh. Alright, well, even if they Thalia, at least I can Spider. But then I guess we start meeting trouble, right? Turn 2 Thalia. There you go. No blocks. Do we start the synthesizer? Let's start the synthesizer. Refractor, huh? Don't really want any of these. Since I already have the things chained, right? If he Brutal Cathars me, I guess I'll Thran Spider. If he Adelines me, I don't know. Copper Coat Vanguard? Gotta take all this damage again. But then next turn, this is when I start letting things happen. Alright, that's gonna cost a lot. Can't afford it. So Mycosynth Lattice is definitely good. Skitter Beam is useful against our opponent. Next turn I'm only gonna have 4 lands, so can't play it. But I do have a 4/4. Ossification on my 4/4. Sure. Now how do you attack? Everything? Not everything. Well, I'm at 6. I lose my Power Stone. Looks scary, but I am in a situation where I do have 3 blockers. Let's see where this goes. Another Copper Coat Vanguard. What's his last card? Recruitment Officer. You can't attack me. You cannot attack me, but I can attack you. Enjoy this. It's 15 worth of damage. I got 6 blockers. Attack with 215. I can attack with these 2s, right? Yeah, those are fine. Those are fine. Ah, just takes it. GG! Your Thalia deck could not tax out the creatures. Welcome back, everyone. Now that you've seen those games, how did you feel about this deck? I'm sure you're excited to try this out yourself, right? This deck is probably, I think, the scariest deck on Arena in the current standard metagame. It's not the strongest just because of the draws. It's not the fastest because, you know, Slick Shot turn 2 is just sick, right? People plot Slick Shot turn 2, turn 3 they play Slick Shot, they give a double strike like I did and just deal like 18 damage. That's lethal on turn 3. So yeah, it's not the fastest if you get the perfect draws, but this deck is consistently putting out big creatures to win, and it almost can't be stopped. Once the Simulacrum Synthesizer lands, it almost can't be stopped because then we can copy it, then we transpider a battalion into like 5 million different simulacrums, and our opponent can't stand up to that, and they just whimper. You see how every game we're making 15-15s, and we're not making one, right? We're making like 5 or 6 16-15s, and they die to that. This deck is strong. This deck is sick. That's all I got for you today. Thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you guys next time.